Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episodes. This is the episode number 58. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal contain alkene and alcohol. You are using the diiodomethane and zinc copper couple. Then you are using ruthenium chloride, water and sodium iodide. Here they ask you to find the product. The products are mostly cyclopropane formation with the position of CO and CHO in the question, and as well as the long chain extended possibility also given. So from the reagent you might guess it's a naming reaction, as well as new carbon addition also there. The answer is D. Let us see how. Starting metal has alkane, you have diiodomethane and zinc copper couple. By the reagent you might guess it's a Simon-Smith reaction. It's very stereospecifically to alkene. So if the alkene is cis, you will get the end product also cis. This is the important factor. Normally it's a direct methylation reaction. So the methylene group inserted on the double bond. So it's like cyclopropane formation. Then the retainment of the cis position is always there. So the methyl group and the methyl alcohol group above the plane and hydrogens are below the plane. Then you are using catalytic oxidation, which is ruthenium chloride and water and sodium iodide. It selectively and vigorously oxidizes the alcohol there. So the OH becomes UOH there. So direct conversion of alcohol into acid here. Here you have to learn two things. One is what is Simon-Smith reaction. Simon-Smith reaction means you are taking alkene and zinc copper couple and diiodomethane, just cyclopropane formation. Second thing is sodium iodide in ruthenium catalysis. This will convert COH into COOH. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is 6-member ring with epoxide. The reagents are lithiated alkene with phosphine and you are using the aldehyde in the next step with low temperature. Here they ask you to find the product. You might see the epoxy ring is open there and the stereochemistry also different there. So different product have different stereochemistry. Since the butane is bulkier, you might expect different stereochemistry. So here you have to know one naming reaction is involved and definitely ring open is occurred here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you have epoxy with cyclohexane. If you draw perfectly, you will have kind of twisted boat kind of architecture. It is nothing but twisted cyclohexane. You have epoxide. Then you are using organometallic reagent, lithiated alkene there. So here you are generating CH minus. So CH minus will open the ring there. The ring strain open the ring. So what really happens is it has to attack from the back. Since the mechanism is SN2 reaction, the attack is from the back side. Then the O will go above and alkene will go below. So here you have trans kind of architecture since the attack is below. Then you have to know the backside attack also promote the twisted boat structure to star form. Then you rewrite the structure with O lithium 2 alcohol and alkene with phosphine there. Then the next step you are using the aldehyde. So you might know aldehyde and phosphine. You might guess it's a Wittig reaction. So Wittig reaction what really do is it converts CHO into CC there. So product is the alkene there. Here in normal Wittig reaction you have the Z alkene, meaning cis kind of alkene there. But if you have electron withdrawing group, it's E alkene. Here no such thing, so it's a Z alkene there. So the product is clearly C. Here you have to learn two things. One is SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction always possible from backside attack, which promote the twisted boat structure to chair form. Then the Wittig reaction. Whenever you see aldehyde with phosphine, you might consider alkene formation. In that particularly in normal Wittig reaction, you have Z alkene. If you use electron withdrawing group, you have E alkene. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is cyclopentadiene. Then you are using the alkene with sulfoxyphenyl group there. It's a kind of ketone. One side is phenyl, other side is alkene. It's a sulfur analogs. So it's a thioketone kind of architecture. You're using the heat and light. Here they ask you to find the products. Products are mostly coupled chain molecules. So how the coupling is there? It's a direct coupling or it's a dimerization reaction. So from the questions and the answers, you might guess ring fusion is occur, and you have to also identify the possibility of dimerization. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal is alkene. You are using the alkene containing thioketone. So there is a possibility of 4 plus 2 cycloaddition. So alkene is there. This thioketone is the analog of the carbonyl group. So it's kind of electron withdrawing group. So the coupling between alkene and pentadiene will be there. You have bridged carbon. Then you have directly coupled thioketone there. Then you are using the heat. You are eliminating sulfur there. You are getting alkene again. Then you are using light. So light, what really happens is intramolecular cycloaddition will be happen. So the final product will be clearly C. Here you have to know reaction will normally occur till the functional groups are available. The functional groups should be vanished, otherwise reaction will continue. Here functional groups are there, so reaction continued until saturation. Here intramolecular is more efficient when compared to intermolecular cycloaddition. Why? Because geometry and availability. Hence the other product is not possible there. Then the question number 4. The question number 4, starting metal is pyridine system with amine and methyl groups are there in the substitution. Then you are using thiophene with ester group there. Here we are using butyl lithium 2 equivalents. They ask you to find the product. The products are definitely coupled one and ring closer. So the coupling is really happening there. Here the way of coupling is real question. Whether the N reacts or methylene reacts or cyclization occurs or ring expands or not is the question. So you have to understand that definitely ring closure is occur and selectivity of ring closure is a real question. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you are using the butyl lithium 2 equivalent. So you have dianion possibility. If you have difficulty, you can write step by step. To save the space, here I drawn dianion. So the anion is there. Next step it attacks the carbonyl. Any anion can attack first, result will be same. So here I found CH2 minus attacks. You have ETO elimination. So new carbon-carbon bond is there. Next you have one anion again attacks the carbonyl. You have the alcohol there. So alcohol is there. You redraw the structure. It's a kind of indole precursor with alcohol there. So we have to establish the aromaticity. So we eliminate the alcohol, get the indole kind of architecture. Here the step is driven by the aromaticity. So OH eliminated due to its aromaticity formation. Here you have to learn two things. Whenever you have the charge, the system always move to quench the charge. Then if you have the possibility of aromaticity, the system force itself to the aromaticity. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is bicyclic system, kind of decline architecture. You have ketone and methyl group are there. Methyl group is above the plane, unknown hydrogen is below the plane, both are trans. Next step you are in the epoxide with heteroatom nitrogen and phenyl is below the plane. You are using KHMDS. Here the products are given and the products are mostly alcohol formation and what really happened to the alcohol and where the alcohol is really formed is the question. Whether it is on the same place or near to the OH or the stereochemistry of alcohol also in the question. Whether it is above the plane or below the plane. So you have to understand that selectivity is the real question and stereochemistry also play the role here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal is the system. You have to difficult to imagine because it has the bicyclic architecture. So we redraw to the chair form. Before that you have to know two hydrogens are there, which is HA and HB, both are acidic, but the B hydrogen near to the two bulky groups. It's very close by 1 and 2 position. If you think of A hydrogen is less teary because it's away from the two tertiary groups. So A hydrogen is readily available for abstraction, so anion is formed. You can draw in the way of ene formation because you are using the silyl there. The silyl stabilize the enol form. That way also you can write the reaction. Here I written like proton abstraction. So anion is formed, it attacks on the ring, and the ring has good leaving group, so only O will be transferred to the system. It's a kind of allylic oxidation occurred there. The O is come with the ring, other groups are leave away as a cyanide and sulfur compounds. Then you have OH. Here is the interesting thing, isomerization will be happen. Why? Because you have carbonyl there, it's a double bond, it destroys the tetrahedral architecture, so it can twist. The real tetrahedral bond will not be there, so it's a kind of semi-tetrahedral form, so bond can isomerize. So isomerization, the alcohol become the axial one to equatorial one. So if you redraw the structure, you have the answer C. The driving force for equatorial movement is due to the diaxial interaction because the bulky group methyl there, so it's moved to the stability. That's why OH is below the plane. Here you have to learn two things. One is the role of HMDS. HMDS always promote the enol formation by proton abstraction. Here it abstracts the less hindered proton. The next thing is system have the carbonyl, always the possibility of isomerization because of it the less or distorted tetrahedral form. So OH comes from axial to equatorial position. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.